June 9th, 2026. Sarah, will you please take the roll?
Councilmember Moore?
Here.
Councilmember Morcom?
Present.
Councilmember Severson?
Here.
Councilmember Rich?
Here.
Mayor Zabel?
Here. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Alrighty. First up in front of us tonight is approval of the agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the agenda is adopted. Next up on the agenda is approval of meeting minutes. 3 sets in front of us tonight. Let's take the workshop meeting minutes from May 26, 2026. Council members, any changes or corrections here? Seeing none, can I get a motion?
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And those minutes are adopted. And we'll move on to regular meeting minutes, May 26, 2026. Council members, any changes or corrections here? Can I get a motion?
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the regular meeting minutes are adopted as well. Last up, special workshop meeting minutes, May 28th, 2026. Any changes or corrections here? Look for motion.
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And those workshop meeting minutes are adopted. Next up is public hearing. Where's Glen? Do you have to go off to your fundraiser thing right away? You're good on time? Otherwise, I'd move you up in the order. It's over now. Oh, okay. All right. So then I'm going to move into the public hearings. We have one quick one tonight in front of us, a proposal for Conduit Debt Financing. Michaela, Finance Director Michaela Hewitt, would you like to walk us through this, please?
Thank you. Mr. Mayor, members of the council, tonight we have a public hearing on the Washington 3 Portfolio Housing Project in consideration of the debt financing, Conduit Debt Financing Approval. So as by way of background, the Washington MDG LP, affiliated with the Metis Development Group, is proposing to purchase, rehab, and own 3 existing affordable housing projects referred to as Gentry Townhomes in Oakdale, Westridge Townhomes in Forest Lake, and Victory Villa in Stillwater. The developer has requested that the city serve as a conduit revenue bond issuer under Minnesota Statutes Chapter 462C to finance the existing affordable housing projects, including costs related to the purchase and rehab of the properties and extension of the affordability contracts currently set to expire in 2027. The aggregate principal amount of the bonds proposed to be issued is estimated not to exceed $17 million. As way of background, the city gave preliminary approval to serve as a bond issuer at the May 28, 2024 regular city council meeting, and final approval to serve as a conduit bond issuer at the November 12, 2024 meeting. It was the same projects, but a different entity that was affiliated with the Metis Development Group. That project did not proceed, and so this new agreement structure is with the different financing parties and an increased conduit bond financing amount. The city's conduit debt policy, FR 023, allows for tax-exempt financing to be used for projects that provide a benefit to the city, including housing opportunities. And there are no requirements in the policy that the projects reside in the city. The project is expected to create a net positive benefit to the city in that it would include improvements and repairs to the existing Gentry Townhome project, in addition to extending the affordability contract for an additional 15 years. Financial consideration, the bonds, if issued, would be special limited revenue obligations of the city payable solely from the revenues derived from the projects. There is no impact, the bonds are no impact on the city's credit rating or any debt limits applicable to the city. The bondholders have no recourse against the city's property, assets, or taxing authority. In accordance with the city's conduit debt policy, the city will receive an issuance fee of 1% of the approximate $17 million of the bonds issued. In addition, pursuant to the city's conduit debt policy and the adopted city fee schedule, they're required to pay a $3,000 non-refundable application fee, which the city did receive today. So the city council action requested is to, required by state statute, to hold a public hearing regarding the request. And then it is requested after the hearing that the city council waive reading and adopt Resolution 2026-31, authorizing the issuance, sale, and delivery of its conduit multifamily housing revenue note, adopting a housing program, authorizing the execution and delivery of the note and related documents, providing for the security rights and remedies with respect to the note. It's also requested that the city council authorize the mayor and city administrator to sign and execute the relevant documents for this project, which the no signing tonight, all documents will be delivered at a later date, closer to closing of the project. So with that, it'd be step aside and have the hearing.
All righty, thank you, Michaela. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and open the public hearing. This is an opportunity for anybody joining us in the audience that would like to speak to this agenda item only. Please feel free to do so. We ask that you step up to the podium, state your name and address for the record, and proceed with your comments. Seeing none, I'm going to go ahead and close the public hearing, bring it back up to council. Council members, any questions for our finance director? Seeing none, can I get a motion?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I'll move that we waive reading and adopt Resolution 2026-31, authorizing the issuance, sale, and delivery of its conduit multifamily housing revenue note, that's the Washington 3 portfolio project, adopting a housing program, authorizing the execution and delivery of the note and related documents, providing for the security rights and remedies with respect to the note, and granting approval for certain other actions with respect thereto.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, any comments? I'm just going to make one, because I think if any resident watched that part of the meeting, they're probably like, what? What is this? And when you hear phrases like debt financing, it's an important opportunity for the city to stop and explain what it is. So the short version is there are certain development and redevelopment and improvement projects that developers can come to the city and say, hey, can we essentially take out debt through you, use your debt rating to finance these projects. And the city gets paid a fee for that. It's not the city taking out debt. We're not financially liable in the event of default. There's no net impact on the city other than we actually get revenue from this debt issuance on behalf of a private party. We've done this a number of times before in the city. One of the one of the unique quirks with this is developers can actually include projects in more than one city, all within a package. And so this project has, I think, 3 different cities, Forest Lake, Stillwater, and us. All 3 city councils have to sign off on it, but it was up to the developer to decide which city they wanted to go with for this debt financing. So, I just want to note that, there is no financial impact to the city or our credit rating or our debt levy or any of that. In fact, it helps with our finances in the city because we get a 1% fee on bonds issued under this model that the state governs. So, we do it maybe once a year. Or something like this, so. Motion and a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And Resolution 2026-31 is adopted. One more item.
Mr. Mayor, I move we authorize the mayor and city administrator to sign and execute, when and if appropriate, the project loan agreement, the funding loan agreement, the regulatory agreement on the Stillwater property, the regulatory agreement on the Oakdale property, the regulatory agreement on the Forest Lake property, the Forest Lake Joint Powers Agreement, and the Stillwater Joint Powers Agreement.
A lot of paperwork. Yep. There's motions, there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, final comments. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that authorization is given. Do we know, has this gone to Stillwater and Forest Lake already? Or are we the first stop?
Yep, good question, Mr. Mayor. You are first stop. The Stillwater public hearing is scheduled for next Tuesday, June 16th, and then Forest Lake the following Monday, June 23rd, or 22nd, excuse me.
Great. Thank you, Michaela. Next up on the agenda is open forum. Before we open up the floor to anybody, we have 2 recognition items we want to cover tonight. Council, if you're okay with it, since both of them involve the same individual, I'm going to go ahead and read both, and then we can come down and do photos, if that works. So let's first do recognition of outgoing Parks and Rec Commissioner Glen Bearth. Glen Bearth's 4-year tenure on the Parks and Rec Commission can be summed up by words such as selflessness, dedication, and care. Throughout his time on the commission, he helped shape the city's pedestrian and bicycle plan, the park system plan, and numerous park improvements affecting Tanners Lake Park, Gulfview Park, Tower Park, and Helmo Station Park. It is evident that Glen is passionate about his community and helping others. When not attending commission meetings, his long list of volunteerism includes being president of the Maplewood Oakdale Lions Club, who hosts the annual citywide garage sale, and other events such as Fleece and Thank You, and this year the Community Strides Walk for Diabetes Awareness, as well as partners with Wellness 50 Plus on quarterly Red Cross blood drives. Glen has also been a longtime volunteer at Oakdale Summerfest, as well as recently spent hours organizing thousands of pounds, yeah, that was a lot of clothes, of donated clothing in preparation for the clothing swap as part of the city's 2026 Eco Fair. On behalf of the City Council, the Parks and Rec Commission, and the city, we thank you, Glen, for your service on the Parks and Rec Commission and the lasting impact you have had on our city, making it a stronger and more connected place. Would the liaison for the Parks and Rec Commission like to add any comments?
Yeah, Glen's been amazing to have, especially when we walk through Tanner's. I mean, as someone who grew up around Tanner's, to be able to know the history and tie the past of what Oakdale has been and the future of what it could be is pretty powerful. So we're going to miss you on the commission, but we know you're still doing good work in Oakdale, so thank you, Glen, for all you've done.
It would be even more dangerous now being a resident.
A very vocal resident going forward.
Perfect. I'm also signing a proclamation tonight recognizing Maplewood Oakdale Lions Community Strides Day. Whereas the International Diabetes Federation estimates that 589 million adults have diabetes in 2024, and this number is projected to reach 853 million by the year 2050. And whereas over 50% of people with diabetes are undiagnosed. And whereas type 2 diabetes is most common and accounts for around 90% of all diabetes worldwide. And whereas Lions Club International has declared diabetes as a primary global cause, empowering Lions and Leos to raise awareness about diabetes education, prevention, and management in their communities. And whereas the Maplewood Oakdale Lions, established in 1967, is composed of men and women volunteers who dedicate their time to the improvement of their community and aiding those in need. And whereas the Maplewood Oakdale Lions is a member of Lions Club International, the world's largest service club with 1.4 million members in approximately 47,000 clubs in over 200 countries and geographic areas. And whereas Lions clubs around the world organize Strides community events to help promote awareness about diabetes and emphasize the importance of regular and healthy exercise in the prevention and management of this disease. And whereas the Maplewood Oakdale Lions are dedicated to improving the quality of life for people in their community who are living with prediabetes and diabetes, and are sponsoring a Community Strides event day on June 20th, 2026 to promote the benefits of regular and healthy exercise. Therefore, I, Kevin Zabel, Mayor of Oakdale, Minnesota, do hereby proclaim June 20th, 2026 as Maplewood Oakdale Lions Community Strides Day in the city of Oakdale in recognition of their efforts to raise diabetes awareness and supporting diabetes research. This is a very cool event coming up 11 days? Wow, next Saturday, here at the Nature Preserve, right? And so we want to encourage anybody and everybody to come on out, support the Lions Club, support that event, learn more about diabetes awareness, and just take part in that great event in our Nature Preserve. So I think we're going to take some pictures. Let's have Glen come up first, and we'll present your Parks and Rec certificate, and then we'll bring up all the Lions Club, and we'll do the city proclamation, if that works.
Let's put 60 seconds on the clock.
Yep.
Things to say.
Have a great week, Oakdale. Let's center under the Oakdale. Over there. Yep. Katie, you want to come down here and dance a little bit?
Yeah.
All right, count of three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
All right, and then anybody from the Lions Club that would like to come up and join the proclamation?
This is Doug's deal.
All right, Doug, come on down.
Doug and Marty.
Can you take a picture?
Tell you to train, you gotta take it up.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You bet.
Thank you.
Send me those. He had his phone on video. Can I have 2 minutes?
Absolutely.
Your
phone was on video, so I'll get you pictures.
Thank you, Jim.
Doug, the floor is yours.
Thank you. As you understand, we're having a Walk for Diabetes awareness coming up on June 20th. The time is from 10 to 1, and it's over here in the park shelter. And I would like to invite the city council and everybody here to come and join us. It's an extremely strenuous walk. It's going to be a whole half mile. Anybody can do it. There is no cost, but we are asking if you feel comfortable to make a donation to our Diabetes Foundation. If you don't know about diabetes, uncontrolled diabetes is the leading cause of blindness, leading cause of kidney disease, leading cause of heart problems, leading cause of nerve damage, neuropathy in your feet, and the leading cause of non-traumatic amputations. So it is a very devastating disease if it's uncontrolled, and I feel very passionate about it. I've had 2 people in my family die of complications of diabetes. So please come out and join us. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug.
Thank you.
Glenn, would you like to say anything?
Honestly, I wasn't on the sidewalks committee.
Well, or about your service on the Parks and Rec Commission?
I didn't know what I was getting into when I first signed up for this, and as hard as it is to believe, I really didn't talk a whole lot at the beginning because there were people there that I was intimidated by. But I thank Julie and Jeff Kuzling for giving me a soft pillow to land on till I felt comfortable. And as Andy knows, and wherever the boss is, there he is. I can't shut up now, but I love Oakdale. I would do anything for the city. And I just hope my dad is looking down on me and he's proud.
Thank you, Glenn.
Thanks, Glenn.
We're still under open forum. If there's anybody else joining us here tonight at the Discover Center that wants to step up to the podium, share anything that's on your mind, please feel free to do so.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor. I'm Mike Bender. I live at 6051 Upper 46th Street. And I'd like the city to do something about the deer population. When I have 8 deer in my backyard all winter long, and they're eating my plants down to the ground, I think there's too many. A couple of years ago when I was walking in the park, it was real common for me to see 28 deer with just a simple walk. And it's also my feeling that because there's so many, that they're starting to starve because they ate plants in my yard that haven't been touched in 30 years. So that means they're desperate for stuff. So I'd like the city to consider doing something about thinning the herd. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Is there anybody else joining us tonight that would like to speak under open forum tonight? Seeing none, we'll move into consensus motions. Council members, we have A through H in front of us. Are there any that we want to pull for individual consideration?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to pull C.
All right, C is pulled. Council members, are there any others that we want to pull out? Seeing none, I will look for a motion to approve A, B, and D through H as presented.
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And those motions are approved. Councilmember Morcom, item C. Would you like to speak to that, please?
Yes, absolutely. And it's just a few words in support of this. The coordinated mental health response has been over a 3-year endeavor. The city council has been working with the city, the police department, and I've sat here on the council for now going on almost 4 years, where we've had mental health awareness, behavioral health awareness month, and I can think of the proclamations, right? Whereas we know that this is a prevalent issue, whereas we want to do something about it. Tonight we get to do something very concrete in the same way that this has been successful for Woodbury, and Forest Lake, and Stillwater, and Cottage Grove. We'll be starting this program July 1st. So I just want to thank Chief Newton and his department and our administrator for all the hard work that went into working with the county themselves for being a partner. But mostly, I'm just thankful the residents are going to have this resource. This is going to be a huge resource for people who really have repeat issues with the police, with mental health, that they're going to have someone additional that they can go to and get the support they need.
Would you like to make the motion tonight?
I would love to make the motion to approve consensus motion C.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that motion is approved. Let's check in with our advisory boards and commissions. The Planning Commission met last Thursday. Councilmember Severson, what's our Planning Commission working on?
Yes, they did. They held 3 public hearings last Thursday. The first on the PUD amendment for the Oakdale Marketplace. They tabled that and will continue that public hearing at their July 9th meeting. They held a public hearing for an oversized accessory building on 40th Street. There were some comments from the public that were submitted via mail, but no public comments at the meeting. And lastly, they had a public hearing for a site plan amendment for the Energy Conservancy at 403 Hayward. And no public comments at that one either. And that was the extent of their meeting.
They had a full agenda.
Yeah.
Right. They were the only commission that met. So we'll move into award bids. Nothing tonight. So we'll move on to staff reports. Let's check in with our, nothing from community development? Wow. They always have something for us. Sorry, Jim. All right, what do you got for us? You have to pick up their slack.
Wish I
guess.
could accommodate you. Nothing specific to report, but happy to answer questions.
Anybody have any questions for Jim?
No.
All right, let's check in with our city administrator. Chris, what do you got for us?
I do not have anything more than what we discussed earlier. Thank you.
Come on.
Sorry.
Anybody have any questions for Chris? All right, how about council presentations? Let's look down here. Councilman Rich, anything?
No.
Councilman Moore?
Not tonight.
All right, how about over here?
Nothing for me.
Nothing for me either.
Well, I got a whole bunch, so.
And I'll
Yes,
go.
I'll pick up the slack, jeez. The farmer's market is back, very exciting. We hope you'll join us out at the weekly farmer's market. It began last week on Wednesday, June 3rd. It'll run through October. Check it out every Wednesday, 2 to 6 p.m. It's slightly different location this year with the construction at City Hall and the police department. We moved it over to the west side of the band shell. They're still in Walton Park, but just on the other side of the park. Public parking is available in the adjacent lot, so we hope you can come out and join us. Always a great variety of vendors. Always fun to see the new vegetables and fruits coming on as we go through the summer season, so please join us at the farmer's market for that. A reminder, city offices will be closed on Friday, June 19th in observance of the Juneteenth holiday. City offices will reopen on Monday, June 22nd. Can't believe it, but Summerfest is almost here. It's just 2 weeks away. So we hope everybody will mark your calendars for June 22nd through the 27th. You can find the full schedule of events at oakdalesummerfest.com, but I just want to highlight a few of the big events that are going on. Starting on Monday, June 22nd, the Medallion Hunt kicks off. Clues will drop at 8 a.m. each day. You can find the clues on oakdalesummerfest.com as well as the Oakdale Summerfest Community Organization's Facebook page. Always a fun time. Even if you're not a hunter, to just go and drive around the city and see people looking through tall grass, it's a little weird, but they're into it. And it's always hidden somewhere really tricky. Yeah, but once you read the clue solutions after it's been found, then it's like, oh, duh, there it was, you know. Summerfest this year, one thing that's slightly different is there's no Thursday night, so Friday and Saturday night will be, well, Thursday and Friday, the whole days will be jam-packed with events. On Friday, the fun starts at 3 p.m. at Walton Park with inflatables, the kids' marketplace, which is new this year, food trucks, the beer garden. Bingo starts at 4 p.m. Bingo is back this year. We're excited about that. You can stay for the skateboard contest taking place at 5 p.m. And then starting at 6:30, the concert starts. Free and Easy is back again this year. They will be in the band shell. We're excited to have them. We hope you can join us. And then Saturday, the big day for Summerfest, kicks off right away at 8 a.m. with the Oakdale Nature Preserve 5K right here at the Discovery Center. You can still register, visit oakdalefun.com, get signed up for that race. I think a couple council members are going to be racing each other, and I'll be watching from the finish line. So I hope you can join us for that. Always a good time. Included with registration is a commemorative T-shirt? Do we know it's a T-shirt, long sleeve shirt? Anybody know? Always a cool design though, so I'm sure they came up with something great. And then after the 5K, head on down to Walton Park. Activities start at 10 a.m. So many new things going on this year. There's a maker's market, so you can do a little shopping from some great local vendors. At 11 a.m., we have balloon artistry. The kids' marketplace is also going on. Inflatables will be going all day long. Lots of food, beverages down there. The Ted Bearth Grand Parade will be on Saturday and start at noon. Same route as we've always used, down 15th Street from Transfiguration Church to City Hall to Hadley. But we're excited to have that kind of a middle of the day parade, so we hope you can join us for that. The afternoon after the parade wraps up will be packed with events such as a traveling zoo. There'll be a basketball skills competition. The Teddy Bear Band is back hosting a concert. The fire department will be hosting a pop-up splash pad. There'll be face painting, more bingo, hot air balloon rides. Well, you know, I mean, you're still tethered to the ground, but you can ride in a hot air balloon 30 feet off the ground. And then Coyote Wild will perform a concert in the band shell starting at 6:30 p.m. And then, obviously, the big culmination of the event, the fireworks spectacular, taking place at 10 p.m. We hope you can join us for that. A big thank you to the Oakdale Summerfest Community Organization for volunteering. I don't even want to know how many hours they've put into pulling this event together. It's entirely volunteer driven, volunteer run. Our city staff play a huge role in supporting them from a logistics perspective and safety perspective, but we're really looking forward to seeing everybody out there at Summerfest. There is so much going on. I mentioned it before, I'll say it again, check out the full schedule, oakdalesummerfest.com. Finally, every summer, City recognizes eye-catching landscape properties with the Oakdale Acorn Award. We need your help, though. All of the awards are submitted by residents, and we want to encourage everybody to nominate as many properties as you would like by June 30th. Nominations can be made on the city website, oakdalelemon.gov, and nominations have to fit in one of three categories: business, commercial, public lands, and residential. So, lots going on, lots to look forward to at the end of this month. Well, we got to pay the bills, so that's not something to look forward to, but, you know, has to be done.
Gotta do it.
Claims roster in front of us, May 27th through June 9th, $1.56 million and change. Council members, anything we need to pull out of there? All right, who wants to make it?
Make a motion to approve claims as presented.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second?
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Bills are paid. Always good to get that done. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you and good night.